Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Cyberplug Experience. Today we are talking about in the workspace, who is more productive? Is it the man or the woman? So over to you, David. What do you have to say about that?
Okay, well, I'm a guy, but I feel the woman is more productive in the workspace than a guy.
Why do you say so?
You should just you ask me one, I've answered one. Allow other people to give their option first.
Tell us why.
Oh, tell us
so
why now.
Reason being that women are capable of multitasking, one, which majority of guys are not capable of multitasking, except me, Dosha, I can multitask. So that's one reason, and that's my only reason for now. So I'll build up my argument when other people lead their points.
Okay, Empress, what do you think?
In terms of productivity, honestly, I feel like if you want to be productive, you will. Depending on what gender you are, you can be a woman and you be productive. You can be a guy and be productive.
Don't
So
stand
to
in the
me,
middle.
that is where I
Don't
stand.
stand in the middle,
I just feel
choose
like
one.
you could be anything you want to be. It doesn't matter what gender or whatever.
Don't try to stand in the middle.
And you?
And for myself, I actually feel it has nothing to do with gender. It all depends on how much you enjoy the field you work in. Some people like being engineers, so depending on the field you work in, you probably want to put too much effort in it. There are ladies that I've seen that do certain jobs, like they say guys that plait hair, they do better than the ladies that do. So maybe because they enjoy doing it. So I just feel like if you enjoy doing it, you probably will put more effort. That's it for me.
Okay, Benga with the glasses, what do you think?
So I actually feel like I won't say it actually depends on gender, but sometimes it does, because where by ladies working in an office where majority are guys,
Yeah,
and maybe they have a boss that is a guy,
yeah.
they tend to work more harder than when they are working with their fellow women in quote.
Really?
Like yes, for example, maybe their fellow lady is a boss,
Yeah.
their co-workers are ladies. They tend to, that's the way they work hard will not be the same as when they are working in an office where majority are guys.
I feel it's a lot of. I feel it's a lot of attraction.
I don't even think it's true.
I
don't agree with.
I agree.
What you're saying is that when there's a female boss, the female
females
staff
are
don't work as much.
Not just female boss in code. When they are working, when they are working, like more females around in the office, they
Really?
don't work as hard as when.
It's not intentional that they don't work hard.
Really?
I just feel like it's a law of attraction that women tend to flow more with guys tend to flow more with girls. So in a way, there's this energy
But for guys,
we draw
for guys,
on
if
the
they
opposite.
work among themselves as guys,
I really
they
don't
still
think
work
it's true. I don't think it's true.
So
I don't,
you
I
feel
don't think
so for
so.
you, is it men work harder or women?
it depends. For me, it depends on the office setting.
Oga, answer question.
It depends.
So the point is now, the truth is almost all of you now did not give any answer.
But I gave an answer now.
You said the guys.
No, I
But-
said it depends on the
When you
field.
Yeah.
She said when you
Yeah,
enjoy
but-
what you're
Depends on
doing.
the field.
Yeah, but I feel it's okay to sit on the fence to a certain
if everybody
level.
sits on the fence, then what are we doing?
Okay, you that says the women are actually
Okay,
more
yes, so I'm
productive.
more productive in the
Why do you say so actually?
So now this is why I say so, and I still repeat myself because I've said it before. I said women are actually capable of multitasking than a guy.
Yeah.
Now, in the sense that let's use our field now as creatives. Now, as a creative, which aspect of creativity would I use now?
See what you are trying to say.
Signify this.
In a paying job.
Hold on. Let him
No,
make
I'm
his
trying to-
point.
In a paying job.
Eh.
Now let me take
But
it
we're
side.
talking about paying jobs now.
No.
Every job is a paying job
male
now.
work more harder than female.
Why do you
But
think so?
when we come
He has
to
given us his answer at
but,
last.
but when we come to let's say, I don't want to say lucrative job. Let's say like
Do you want to say a job that
Creativity.
demands more?
Creativity.
yeah, more of creativity and let's say they have to juggle it with home
So
work.
this
They are
one, you know, when we
more-
say in a workplace now, we're not channeling this to in terms of strength or hard jobs,
know.
like manual
I
labor
know.
and all those kind of jobs.
No, but
We're talking
but
about-
funny enough, they play parts.
They
You
play
cannot
parts.
just
yeah,
move,
but
they
you
play
cannot
parts.
you cannot See, because now
Now
men
you have to
generally
sit
wait
on
men no I'm
Yeah,
not
give it
sitting
to
on
us.
the fence.
No, now
But
you
Hold on,
are-
hold on, Ben.
generally,
Now you're trying to tell
in
us
terms
it
of
depends.
hard labor jobs, men are more productive than women. So
Okay.
we cannot, but that's not.
So now you're not picking two sides.
No, I'm not
First you
picking
say-
two sides.
No, first you
I'm
say-
trying to say
no,
in general terms and in a
first.
workplace, because now majority of us now will be thinking we are talking about the strength now. So now we're not talking about physical strength.
We are talking
Yeah.
about.
You said
talking about
productivity
their,
now.
their productivity, their
Uh-huh.
mental ability.
No,
So
no.
now we are picking mental ability, not strength.
Not strength, because now
No,
all of you are
no,
like
No, you
But-
can't
but there's-
isolate
but
it
there's-
now.
But
No.
there's something he said
You
that is
said
very
workspace.
striking. He said women can multitask, and
Yeah.
that's 100% true. So that's why some women can actually juggle between home activities and even work activities and still be very
and still
productive.
deliver.
But a man with little stress will not deliver.
Okay. So, David, you're basically saying it depends on the workspace.
Well, no, see, it depends
No,
on
it
the
depends- it depends.
Yes,
No,
it
no,
depends on the
he's
workspace.
actually right.
Yes.
It's like you are
It depends on
also
the
sitting on
workspace,
the
because
fence.
you cannot say we are laborers now. Probably we are building a house. I'm carrying sand and she's carrying sand. Which of us will carry more sand
So
at the
now
end
you are
of the
sitting
day?
on the
Definitely,
fence.
I will carry more sand because of my physical
How are you
Prince.
strength.
sure? How are you
Prince,
sure?
you are
Hold on,
sitting
hold on.
How are
the
you
fence.
sure? You
Prince,
you
are
only
not
know
sitting-
about
You're shooting
Now
yourself
you're
in the
not-
leg. You are now
now
sitting
you're
on the
not-
fence.
No,
You're
yeah,
sitting on the
You're not
fence.
I'm not
Guys.
sitting on the fence, because now everybody. I'm trying to isolate that aspect
You cannot
of physical
isolate
strength.
You can't isolate it
If
because
you don't
You said
isolate it, that
because
means
to a certain
women
level-
are more
Workspace.
creative,
To-
and then men
Definitely,
are probably.
women are more creative.
really.
Yes.
There
But
was productivity.
they-
It's not
exactly.
creativity. The
No.
women are more creative and productive. End of story.
Okay.
Really, is that what? No, you can't. But because personally, even when you say in the space of creativity, I have heard people who would say, "I'd rather give my clothes." Okay, in the fashion industry now, you hear people say, "I'd rather give a guy my clothes to sew than actually give a girl."
The person that said that
I've
is a
not
woman.
heard that.
Huh?
Anybody that says that is
The
a woman.
example
Yes.
she
Now
used
you
is
now-
a very good
wait,
example.
now
For
you now
example,
see where
I
I
never
go
heard
back
am
to
before
tell
for
you
No,
that-
anywhere.
no, it
Wait,
happens.
Prince,
It's
it
just like a
doesn't.
lady saying,
Prince.
"I would
In the
rather
hair,
sit let
in the
a
hair,
guy
in the
make my
hair industry,
hair."
Yes,
yes,
but
in
but
the
I have never
fashion
seen.
Are you
industry,
now seeing where
no.
when I started?
Exactly.
It depends on who they are working with.
But I wanted you to
I don't
first,
agree
like,
too, because I feel like a woman will sew a woman's clothes better because she understands a
Honestly.
woman's
But-
body,
but
body language.
Okay,
body,
personally,
physique.
I have a few tailors around my area, and truth be told, I've seen the male's shop, I've seen the women's shop, and truth be told, the male's shop is actually more packed
Yes.
than the women's shop.
But wait, Dave, you did not give us your answer. Did you say women are more? You
Personally,
didn't even answer it.
for me, it depends on the workspace. Like a workspace where it demands a lot of what they call it, physical strength. Like in the construction industry, engineering industry, and all that, I can't depend on a woman. Although there are some few women that are more physically endowed. When I say physically endowed, I mean strength than men.
when we talk
But
about
averagely,
when we talk
it's
about
the man.
workspace,
Okay,
it's not
let's go
subject to about strength, because for real, when you are giving the illustration like construction company, there
Yeah.
are people who do the administration jobs and other parts of the jobs that even deliver better than the people in the field.
Yeah.
Those are the
So-
people at the backstage you
so
don't
now
even see. Just like
everybody-
when we talk about actors,
Yeah.
actresses and all that, people think that they are the big deal, but the guys behind the camera do better jobs than even the people who are filming.
So now what you
Yeah,
guys are all trying
but
to say
the
it
truth is
depends.
this. The truth is this, right? A laborer who is in the field carrying cement, block, and all that, that is his workspace. You can't take that away from
So
him.
let's not talk about
So
strength,
the
because if we
traditional-
talk about a woman carrying pregnancy and a man carrying pregnancy, we are going to be changing this narrative. So let's not talk about strength. Let's talk about physical.
But I
if
feel
we want to talk
strength is
let's-
not just about-
Yes, let's talk about
it's not
let's talk
about
about
just carrying
perseverance.
of
Let's talk
things.
about creativity. Let's talk about strength. Let's talk about managing temperament, managing certain things in a workspace. That's what we used to actually modify whether a woman will deliver
okay.
better or a man. We should
But
not
you just
use-
you just
we should not
raised
use
something.
strength.
You just raised something.
Yes, we
You
shouldn't
talk
use
about
strength.
managing temperament, yeah. I know I have been in the corporate world for quite some time now, and truth be told, right, if I would choose someone to manage individuals, right, based on their temperament, I can't. Truth be told, with my experience,
Can't choose a woman.
I can't choose a woman.
lie.
Yeah.
I can't pick a woman. You will see people, when you hear people complain about their HR, ask
It's a
them,
woman.
is it a man or a woman? Most of them, in short, let me not even lie, 100% of them say it's a woman. Let me give you an instance. Quite recently, we have not had a HR for a while now. and they recently employed a girl or a lady in general, do you know that till now nobody is rolling with her as we speak? Because they have the notion that as long as it's a lady, she's going to be annoying and overbearing. It's all about, yes, it's good you do your job, right? But as in my field of work, I believe that communication
Yes.
drives growth and expansion. And if your workers don't have that mindset of we did together, it will be difficult.
But when it comes to HR, let me tell you for real, those people actually do not have, they're not actually toxic or stern the way they are at work. But because they understand their position in the workspace and they feel like, see, I need people to understand that if they do anyhow, they go see anyhow. I had the BM when I was working in the bank that when we come to the office, say, Madam, bring money. Fine girl, bring money. Kill your father, kill your mother. I don't care. Bring money. He doesn't care how I do it. But once we leave the bank and we are chilling, maybe we'll go out for marketing or whatever, he's sitting somewhere smoking and say, Rolly, I have nothing against you. You know, see now this work. When they put me for hot seat later, I'm going to go too hot. Just bring money. He's a free guy, really, you understand? But because he has to do his job. So let's not think that because some people in a space, in a workspace, they could act in a certain way. But I also feel what we should use to judge who will be more productive, it is creativity. How you are able to manage stress. Men can't manage stress. We all know that. A woman will carry pregnancy, even period, you know how hard it is. But men cannot even manage having one pimple on their face.
I think personally, I would argue with that.
No.
I think if you talk
What do you
about
think, my
stress,
dear?
if you talk about stress, I feel men handle it more before anybody cast me here. You know, take for instance, right? If men are unable to handle stress, which means in the workspace, the so-called workspace we were saying, it will be dominated by women. You can't say men do not know how to handle stress. Now, I was watching a conference a few months back, and the conference was basically about gender equality and all of that stuff. And then an Indian woman who owned a tech company in India, one of the biggest tech companies in India, she said at some point she started doing the she for she, like, you understand, advocating for women. So she basically laid off some staff and kind of like made her workspace more female. That is 60% female and 40% male. And she said she noticed that the productivity and the work rate in the company reduced.
Yeah, but it's not because of. I don't think it's
It
because
reduced.
of. No, I don't think that's subject to.
I feel the part of
It's subject to
stress
what he said.
It's a long
long
term. Female can actually last longer with stress, because I've actually seen
Yes.
like two females and I actually give it up to them.
As regards that woman you talked about, it brings us to what you said when you said women work better with men and men work better with women. So if her office was more dominated with women, we have a way of kind of doing like this when we are with ourselves. But when we guys, we don't really have time. We can just be free. Okay, guy, after now send me that thing. Okay, I'll send you. Oh, I'll buy lunch for you. But women, we're always like, sweetie, she will come work today. There's always this attitude when it comes to women.
Really?
So I don't think that was why there was less productivity.
But does the attitude, does it reduce productivity?
Yes,
it does.
Yes, if it's more women in a workspace, it will reduce. Or more men, you see guys getting envious of each other in a way, but they may not show it. One thing about men is that they don't show. They don't need to come and tell people, I might not like this guy. They don't need to do that. They will eat with him, dine with him, even sleep with the same woman, but they will not tell you that they hate that guy. But women, give them 2 seconds.
You guys can hear.
If they feel a certain way, you will know that they feel that way.
Yes.
So are you all now saying, or are you all now agreeing? Because now all these things you people are arguing.
And you said something about HR.
All of you now saying that the men are more.
One thing I want to say is when a woman is heading a particular place, even if they're like ladies or men, below her, they will not give her, they will not accord her that same respect. They will respect.
That's
They
not
will give
true.
That's not
a
true.
man.
Do you know
If a
that's
man
not
was
true.
not
I
there,
feel-
it is not
That's
true.
not true.
Do you know I
It
feel?
is
That's
true.
not true.
There are so many guys that have this
No,
mentality.
no,
I've
no,
seen
no,
people
no,
that have
no,
this
no,
mentality.
no.
It's very
That is not
fake.
true.
So what?
Like,
That
I
is-
feel
Okay, now let me.
men,
Let's
it's even
No,
women that will not
let me
have that-
emphasize on this. If we make a woman a Nigerian president today,
Yeah.
are you telling me the
That
likes
people give her
of
respect.
what's his name, River State Governor, and the rest of them will respect her?
Do they respect?
No.
Here
Here we are.
No,
So
see,
the
there are
thing is
some
that, wait,
men,
hold on,
there
let
are
me
some-
go somewhere. The thing is that the society do not really, like, when a woman is handling a position, the men recognize her as a position, but they still remember they are the men. Let me use my home for example.
Okay.
My family, my younger brother who is immediately next to me. My mom died. My dad, I think they sold some property, and they said they know they share gifts. They know they share property. Rich woman, woman, nothing concern. You understand? There's this mentality that a woman is not meant to have that decision,
position,
or
hold any
yes,
power,
or make it.
anything.
Is not a decision maker. So in a way, it is true. I totally agree with what she said. So that's why I think most women that are HRs like to put their feet on the ground.
very aggressive.
Yes, so that you don't
Because
even
you
get.
don't
So you know, we'll come.
finish.
Yes,
Yes.
God
So-
bless you.
so-
I think that's
She knows
why.
that you go see her finish.
Yes.
So are you saying
Yes.
the likes of these great women who has held leadership positions were not given the respect that they deserve?
The women
the likes
who
of
are
the
holding-
Adora, Akunili,
They
and the
were
rest.
rolling with dangerous men. I'm telling you, when you meet such women, they were rolling with dangerous men that if you are a man and you come close, you know, say if you do anyhow, you go see anyhow.
Really?
Yes,
There are
I
some
have
women
been.
you say
Yes,
people say-
I've seen some women.
And
That's
that's because
there was a
foot is
lady
always
that
on the
there was a lady that
ground.
came
And those
from
are
the
women that
east.
people hate.
There was a lady that came from the east one day. I don't even know who she was, but the man, we knew he was a commissioner from Enugu State, Enugu State. The man came out with his whole entourage and all that. This lady was just dressed normal. You know, but if you see how the men were earlier, hey, they were just, even the commissioner himself, the way they said, this is our mama, this is our, the way they were giving her accolades, I could just tell that we had to just bring ourselves down, like, auntie, because we realized that she was highly respected because there is a role she has played in their life that they actually recognize. So I feel when a woman has a position, it's subject to the people around her and how she carries herself.
I think basically that applies to for the men.
Let's not change the topic, Sha.
Because
It applies to for the
I'm
men.
getting lost here. I'm
It
like,
applies
okay,
for
what
the
are
men.
we talking about right
Well-
now?
Because me, I just feel in the part of stress, men can actually last long with stress, but women last longer
God bless you. Shall live long. Bye,
with
man.
stress.
So
Give this man 2 bottles.
so we are trying to say right now that women are more productive than the men in the workspace.
In a way.
Brackets,
Anyway.
stress.
Bracket.
Well, no. The
And
end result is
and
productivity.
and-
It's
yeah,
productivity,
and
that's what we
creativity
want.
and everything. you
Personally, I think I've said this before, and I'm still standing on what I said. It depends
Thank you.
on
Yeah, I still also
the workspace.
On the workspace.
No, these things you can't really draw a line.
Yeah.
You can't. In positions
So
where
except we call out creativity.
No,
Call out
in
strength,
positions-
we call out
So
strength.
okay,
okay, let us
I
even say in
think
the
we
level
should
of
go like that.
even in the level of creativity too.
Creativity, I think I'll
Crea-
go for male.
for me,
I'll go for
Really?
female.
Really?
I'll go for female.
You
Yes.
go for
I'll go for male.
Yes.
I think
Women
personally.
are more creative.
I'll go for
Really?
female.
Yes, check
I'll go for
homes
women.
now. Women are more creative.
When you go
I-
into the
I
creative
think-
space,
I think
if there's
you-
a man that is doing it, there's a woman that is
we say
also
creative
up there.
space, let's take for example UI UX. Let's look at the top people.
now see we're not looking, we're not
No,
counting
I will still
population.
go- I will still
we're not
go
counting
for
population.
fashion
We're
if you
counting.
want.
No, what you are
Pers-
saying now is how many people you are trying to say. Okay, that means the men are more into the UI UX space than the females.
No, I'm talking of the top people. If you say women are more creative,
Yeah.
we'll see them.
Yeah,
If we go into fashion, if we say they are more creative, we'll see them there.
yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but they're always there now. It's
But-
just that they might not be like more than the guys, but they're always there.
So what you're
Now
trying
see
to say
what we're
now
trying to
is
say.
guys-
See, this is what I'm saying now. Females, the ones that are working, produce more than the men that are working. We know that majority of women don't work. Let's put it that way. Like they are this.
95.
Yes, like women are this kind of people that don't really like to work.
Because
But
they're
the ones that
creative.
put in the work, they produce.
like
They are
to
more
fight
productive
Of
than
course,
the men.
of course.
that are putting in the same work. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, if it's that.
Irrespective of the barriers that they have, because they have a lot of obstacles and challenges that they have to face more than the guys.
Yes.
You get okay.
not
Now
easy,
you
we
go
are
out for
going through a
marketing.
lot.
A guy and a lady, they go out for marketing. They are likely to answer the man in terms of genuinely, but for the women, if they are answering
They
you,
want more.
they want more. So for you to be able to overcome all those challenges and still do the job, you
deliver.
get it's something we need to give the women accolades for.
So we are saying stress-wise, women, creativity,
women.
Men.
Oh, this thing as you are saying it, you are falling my phone.
men.
So
Your phone
creativity
is not
women.
agreeing with me.
Creativity
For
women.
me is women.
Creativity, I still go with
Okay, I'm sure I'm saying workplace, so women, the women that are putting in the work are actually working.
But the truth is,
Even men that
Truth
create get
is-
inspiration from women.
really,
Yeah.
really,
Yeah, artists, people that sing,
Our
where do you think
time
they derive
is-
most
our
of their
time is-
inspiration?
really.
People that paint, where do you think they derive most of their inspiration?
Sir, can we-
Either from women or from their nightmares or whatever.
Conclusion, please.
Well,
can we all conclude?
So in conclusion, what are you saying?
So what I'm saying in conclusion, I still stand with what I said from the onset. Women are more productive than the men.
Well, you?
I started off, on the fence, but now I'm on the women's side.
You're on the women's
yes,
side.
yes,
Are
yes.
you really on the women's side
I
because
am.
you're a woman, or you're on the women's
I'm
side?
on the women.
because-
First of all, she said you see. First of all, I said off, on
Really?
the fence, in the middle. You get, because I just want to analyze everything. And now that I've analyzed, I feel like it's the women.
How about you?
I feel the women, after all these few points of mine, I hope I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that women are more productive in the workspace than these big heads.
Bonya, how about you?
Close to the mic.
I haven't settled between male or female
Okay,
because
rest
I feel
in Jesus' name.
I
settle.
I feel if we pick out some points, I feel men will win in some and female will win in some. So I cannot speak in general who is more productive or hardworking, because it also depends on the workspace. So
Exactly.
He's on the fence. It's okay. Leave him on the
He's on
fence.
the
He will
fence.
fall. You fall very.
Personally, I am on the fence too.
Ah.
I am on the I am on the fence too.
But the highest number.
I am on the fence too because I have a team and I know some certain positions where I can. If it comes to management of resources,
Yeah,
that's
the
where I
women-
can put the women.
the women
But if
are
it
good.
comes to like leadership roles, yes, there are women that are good leaders,
Very good.
but naturally my instinct goes
with the
to the man.
So is it because you're a man? Or
It's not because I'm a man. You understand? See, I'm
I beg,
even
I
more of
beg,
a
you know,
feminist
if
than
you-
many
no,
people.
No, if you check something,
It's the
and
truth.
then
It's
you
the
base
truth.
on it. If you want to pick, you just have to go with
Because
I
the
know
truth,
it's
truth
because
of the
you
matter
are a
is,
man. There's nothing wrong
I've
with
seen
that.
HRs. I've seen HRs. I've
Why
seen
do you hate
companies.
your HRO?
Chill. I've seen HRs.
We'll go to your office.
I've seen
against
HRs
HR.
that set like secretarial positions. They can't give it to a guy. They don't give it to a guy. They give it to a lady. We all know why. Anyways, thank you everyone for listening and watching us. Do have a wonderful time and stay tuned for our
And
next
please,
episode.
before you go, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and give your thoughts in the comment section.
Thanks.
Finally,
Bye.
if you are wondering where this is Sky Sports, 4th Avenue, Guarimpa.